Have you ever felt envy? Maybe a friend got that promotion, a new car, or landed the perfect relationship, and it stings, right? But what if I told you that envy might be the hidden reason we care about fairness? Let's dive in.
Dr. Frans de Waal, a world-renowned primatologist, conducted a fascinating experiment with monkeys. He gave two monkeys the same task. Monkeys were asked to exchange a token for food. One monkey got a grape, its absolute favorite. The other received a cucumber. Guess what happened? The cucumber monkey lost it. It threw the cucumber, screamed in frustration, and outright boycotted the experiment. Why? Because even animals can't stand unfairness. Sound familiar? De Waal's experiments didn't stop there. A bonobo named Panbanisha lived in a research center where she received special food, raisins and extra milk, while the others in her group got less. The other bonobos noticed. They called out, clearly wanting the same. Now, Panbanisha could have ignored them. She had the advantage, after all. But instead, she seemed troubled. She gestured at the others, waved her arm in their direction, and refused her juice unless they got some too. This is a different kind of fairness, not just resenting inequality, but wanting others to be treated equally.
His chimp showed that when one received extra food, they refused to eat unless everyone got their fair share. It wasn't just about the food, it was about the fear of being left out. This isn't just monkey business. Humans work in much the same way. Whether it's hogging promotions, money, or power, if you take too much, you risk becoming the office outcast. Envy isn't just a minor gripe, it's a social alarm bell that keeps us in check. Here's the twist. Fairness didn't evolve out of pure kindness, it grew from envy. It starts with a visceral reaction to getting less, followed by the fear of being hated, and eventually crystallizes into a universal rule. Inequality is wrong. Our ancestors didn't create fairness to be polite, they did it to avoid chaos. Without envy, we'd never have the social bonds that prevent us from descending into barbarism. No envy, no justice, no society.
For centuries, we've been told that humans are selfish profit seekers. Thomas Hobbes famously argued that justice is merely an illusion, that fairness only emerges when it serves peace and stability. Philosopher Helmut Schoch takes it even further. No society can exist in which envy is raised to the status of a normative virtue. Even in simple societies, envy is seen as a disease. The envious person is a danger, something society must protect itself from, not adapt to. And then there's Adam Smith, the economic thinker most business schools focus on. The one who wrote The Wealth of Nations. Smith argued that when individuals pursue their own self-interest, like businesses seeking profit, they unintentionally contribute to society's greater good. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. Friedrich Nietzsche saw envy, ressentiment, as a driving force behind moral systems, particularly in Christianity and socialism. Sigmund Freud might have agreed, though he would frame it in terms of unconscious repression rather than cultural power dynamics. In On the Genealogy of Morality, Nietzsche introduces ressentiment, a deep festering form of envy and resentment felt by those who see themselves as powerless. Instead of confronting their own limitations, the weak create a moral system that demonizes the strong. This moral reversal is fueled by envy. Those who lack power resent those who have it but cannot overcome them directly. So instead they redefine morality, turning weakness into virtue and strength into sin.
This shift in thinking has changed economics. It's no longer just about supply and demand, it's about understanding fairness, reciprocity, and cooperation. Fairness isn't just a moral idea, it was a survival tool for our ancestors. We come from a long line of group-living primates, meaning fairness wasn't just an ethical preference, it was a biological advantage. So is envy good or bad? It might poison our happiness, but it also built civilization. The challenge is to channel it. Use envy as a signal to demand fairness, without letting it consume you. Next time you feel that sting of envy, ask yourself, is it a warning sign? A call to challenge unfairness? Or just toxic noise?